Yeah, good evening, guys. Welcome to VCube Software Solutions for the 15-day internship program on AI and ML. Good evening to one and all. Today, I will be discussing about a very important case study that is called as data pre-processing techniques. So, with your permission, can I share the screen? Good evening, one and all. Please respond to me. The screen is okay for all of you? Now, since last 1 week, we have the discussion of introduction to various data structures in Python. Then we discussed about databases. Then in the last class, we discussed about NumPy and Pandas. And today, I will be discussing one of the most important topic in machine learning algorithms. It's nothing but data pre-processing. Okay. So first of all, let me start my discussion with what are the steps in data science and machine learning applications. Okay. The first step in the machine learning applications is called as problem identification. Okay. Now, the problem can be identified in the internship case studies from Kaggle. Whatever the problems which you are discussing in this 15-day course, I have collected the data from Kaggle and the UCI machine learning repositories. Okay. And few case studies we have collected from KD Nuggets. This is also one of the best website to collect the data. And second one is data collection. For identification of this problem, if you are able to generate data, you can generate or you can collect the data from Kaggle. And third point is very important point is called as data pre-processing. This is the today's topic. Okay. Now, 60% of your entire software development lifecycle for machine learning or data science will be given for data pre-processing itself. Okay. Now, after completion of data pre-processing, we will go for exploratory data analysis, where we will discuss about univariate and multivariate data analysis. Then we will go for machine learning model building, or deep learning model building, or NLP model building. Then we will go for metrics for evaluation. Then finally, we will deploy our model onto the server and we will analyze the results. And the topic of today's discussion is called as data pre-processing, and some people also call it as data wrangling and data munging. So with your permission, can I start the topic, please, there, guys? All of you are welcome to the data pre-processing techniques. Shall I go? Yes. The first topic in data pre-processing is called as data imputation. Okay. Now, for example, if I'm taking Excel data, every Excel data will be having cells. It is a combination of row and column. Okay. Now whenever if any cell is having blank data, if any cell is having blank data, this data will be represented as NaN. That means not a number. Now, we need to fill this blank data. The process is called as imputation. Imputation means filling missing values. Okay, for all of you, filling missing values. This is the first technique. And the second technique is called as data integration. Now, while doing any kind of projects, we will be taking various kinds of data frames. This is data frame 1, and second one is data frame 2, and so on, data frame n. So we need to integrate all the data frames and on a common column. This is generally is called as ETL, extract, transform, and load. The second step is called as integration. Sometimes I need to integrate the data from SQL files. Sometimes I need to integrate the data from JSON files. Sometimes I need to integrate the data from XML files. Okay, this stage is called as data integration. And the third stage is called as data encoding and decoding. So what is the meaning of data encoding? Okay, now whenever you take any database, okay, first of all, we should study the data types. It can be done by using an attribute called dtypes. Okay. Basically, the data will be represented in the form of integer data or float data or object data. Okay. Integer data and float data is called as numerical data, and object data is called as categorical data. But one important point is all ML libraries will deal only with numerical data, but it does not deal with object data. The basic purpose of data encoding is you need to convert your categorical data into numerical data. This process is called as data encoding. And I'll discuss one by one. Don't worry about it. And fourth technique is called as outlier analysis. Whatever the data which you are collecting from internet, it has some sort of outlier data. So we will discuss about various kinds of techniques such as Z-score technique, percentile technique to remove the outlier data. And fifth and foremost, very, very important topic is called as data transformation and normalization. Okay, now I'll spend 2 minutes on this technique, then I'll go for the technique. Now, what is the purpose of data transformation? For example, whenever I'm studying in my childhood, whenever I write an examination, I will be writing the examination for 1 to 100. Okay, now when my daughter is doing her BTech in the university, her CGPA is in between 0.0 to 10.0. Okay. Example, if the same student, he went to MS, where the CGPA is ranging from 0.0 to 4.0, where the data is represented in different formats. Okay. Now, by using the transformation techniques, normalization, we will also call it as scaling. Now, I wanted to get entire data into unification process. This process is called as transformation. Okay. And another important technique, what we will use is dimensionality reduction. Whenever you take any real-time case studies, you will be having thousands of features, x1, x2, and so on, x1000. Okay. Now, by using this many number of features, my model will get overfit. I will discuss about what is overfit in. Now we need to identify the important features. This can be done by using various kinds of techniques such as PCA, LDA, and SVD. By using them, I'm going to reduce the dimensionality. Finally, we will go for very, very important technique called feature selection. Okay, out of 1,000 features, what features are relevant for the problem? We will select them. Okay, now let me discuss about in detail about each and every techniques. Now, whenever you are building, you are going to build about machine learning model building. So with your permission, I will be starting the session right now. Can I go ahead, Andy? Please kindly respond. Now, I don't teach any theory. I will take realistic case studies and I'll discuss in today's session. With your permission, can I go? Yeah. Now, I have prepared a beautiful database. What is the first step? Let me take a pen. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. Now, the first step, what we will discuss is called as data generation. Okay. Now, in order to generate the data, in my last class, I told that, look at here, please. Now, I will be taking my requests are, I wanted to generate 100 records of the data, and ages should be in between 25 to 62, and the basic pay must be between 15,600 to 67,100. Number of clients are 1,000. Years of service experience is 40, and target variable is called as either 0 or 1. Using these requirements, I will be creating my own data. Is it okay for all of you? Can I go? Now, let me increase the font. Now, here, now, I will be creating a dictionary with such as employee ID, np.arrange of 1, 101. Now, I am going to generate 100 to 1 to 100 records, years in between 25 to 63. That we used a function called random function. Now, I wanted to generate is between 25 to 63. How many ages I'm generating? 100 ages. Then the basic pay of an employee is in between 15,600 to 67,100. I wanted to generate 100 samples between them. And I will be creating number of clients and service. And finally, I wanted to generate performance score. Must be between 0 to 1. Is it okay for all of you? Now, let me start from the scratch. Let me clear the screen once again. Yes. Now look at here. Now, whenever you wanted to implement any kind of ML case studies, first of all, you should import two libraries. First one is NumPy and second one is Pandas. NumPy is used for numerical operations and Pandas is used for data analysis. Okay, then now let me run this example. Now I have generated 100 records of the data. Is it okay for all of you? Now every record will start with 0th index and it will end with 99th index. So totally I have generated 100 rows of the data with the 6 columns. Is it okay for all of you? Now, our next responsibility is to store the data in CSV file. See here. Now, whatever the data I have generated, I will be storing in a file called employee.csv. In this directory, I have created a directory called data where I will be storing the data employee.csv. Is it okay for all of you? Now, by using CSV, I'm going to store the data in the form of employee.csv. Okay. Now, to_CSV is a function which is used to store the data in the form of CSV file. Is it okay for all of you? Now from this CSV file, if I want to extract the data, opposite function is called as read_CSV. Read_CSV is a function which is used to read the data from the source. And we are going to store it in a variable called as E. Now, E is called as data frame. Now, head is a function, it will take first 5 records. Is it okay for all of you, ma? Is it okay for all of you? Now, let me show you that employee file. Look at here. Now, we have generated data as, look at here, this is the data which we have generated. Is it okay? Now, we have written a program. From the program, we have generated the data. Now, let us go for data imputation process. In doing imputation process, I have done manual job. Everyone kindly listen carefully. Yes. Now, if you look at this database, intentionally I have kept some blanks here. Okay. Now, wherever there is a blank data, it is represented as NaN. Now, wherever there is a NaN data, the first step what we have to do is called as data imputation. This is a first step in data preprocessing. Imputation means filling missing values. Can I go forward, Andy? Everyone is okay? Now we will fill this data. Okay. Now, kindly listen carefully. Now, in order to fill the data, first of all, what I am doing is I will be reading the data and store it in a variable called as E1. Now, people are finding NaN. Wherever there is a blank, the Excel file will be represented as NaN. Okay. Now, in order to do filling the data, first of all, we have to check whether do we have any blank data or not. It can be done by using a function called isNull.sum. Okay, isNull.sum is going to return. Look at here, please. Now it is saying that there are 9 blank cells in the age column. There are 7 blank cells in the basic pay. There are 4 blank cells in the number of client, and there are 9 blanks in the years of service. So, with your permission, shall I go for imputation of the data? Everyone is okay? Then, now, in order to do imputation, first of all, what we will be doing, we'll discuss about 2 rules. The rule number 1 is, now, if the data is quantitative, it may be either discrete or continuous. We are going to use statistical measures such as mean, median, standard deviation. Okay. If the data is qualitative or categorical data, we have to use the technique called mode. Okay. Whenever you are doing imputation process, you must follow these 2 rules. Is it okay for all of you? Now, what techniques I am applying? Observe carefully. Now, I will be taking E1 of yes. I will be taking E1 of yes. I will be taking that column. And here I will be using a function called fill NA. Now, E1 of yes means I will be calculating mean of the yes. And this yes will be filled in that column. Now, in place equal to true means the data will be saved permanently. Is it okay for all of you? Now, I will be calculating mean of the data. Now, before that, I'll show you how to calculate the mean here. See here, E1 of yes dot mean. Now, 43.19 will be filled with the blank data. Okay. Now, let me run these statements. Now, let me run this. Yes. Now, I am filling all the data. See here, wherever the blank data is there, that will be filled with this. Now, this process is called as imputation. Is it okay for all of you? Now let us read the data, store the data, and let us read the data. Now, my data, clear, I have the blank data. Now, the entire blank data will be filled with mean of the data. Is it okay for all of you? Yeah, one more I will explain. I will take a beautiful case study and I'll explain. Look at here. Now some people are asking, explain about how to fill missing values. For that purpose, I will be taking a Titanic database. Look at here, please. Now, let us show you what is Titanic database in 2 minutes. See here, fine. Titanic is a database where it consisting of 891 rows and 12 columns. I hope everyone has seen Titanic movie, from same thing. It is having attributes such as passenger ID, survived 0 means got survived, 1 means not survived. Passenger class, name of the passenger, gender of the passenger, age. These are the various features. Now, I will be asking, look at here, please, isNull.sum. Now, whenever I call isNull.sum function, is saying that age feature is having 177 blank cells and event feature is having 687 blanks. So, shall I fill this data using imputation technique? Please kindly respond. Now, in order to fill the data, what are the 2 rules we have to use? First rule is when the data is quantitative or numerical, we are going to use mean, median. Sometimes we'll also use standard deviation. When the data is qualitative or categorical data, we have to use mode operation. This technique I will use from tomorrow's case studies onwards. So with your permission, can I go? Now, in order to show this technique, we will be using a beautiful technique. Look at here. Now, I will be creating a heat map. Heat map is a technique which uses graphical user interface. See here, train.isNull. Now, it will be showing a graphical user interface. Now, according to this, we can identify that there are age column is blank and cabin column is blank. Whenever you observe this carefully, 90% of the cabin columns are blank. So, you need to drop this entire column. Is it okay for all of you? Now, let us discuss about how to fill this missing data for age. I'm discussing. Please explain the 2 conditions. Yes, I'm discussing. Please listen carefully. Now, the target variable for the Titanic dataset is called as, see here, 549 people not survived and 249 people survived. Is it okay? Now, in order to do this process, I will be taking a beautiful technique. Listen carefully, Emma, please. Now, we'll be using a count plot survived. How many people got survived here? 300 people got survived. And now, look at carefully. Now here, what I am doing, when the passenger class equal to 1, I am taking the age as 37. When the passenger class is 2, I will be filling with 29. When the passenger class is third class passenger, I will be filling with 24. Is it okay? Now, let us call this function. After that, see here. Now, I will be dropping the column. I mean, 90% of the data is blank data. So I will be dropping the column. Okay. Now, then go for isNull.sum. That there is no missing data. Now, yes has been filled and this one is which one? I mean, has been removed. Now, some people are asking to discuss about the backwards. See, I'll go forward. Yeah. And look at carefully, Emma. Yeah. Everyone look at here. Any questions in this? Sir, please explain the 2 conditions of data imputation. These are the 2 computation. If the data is quantitative, we have to use mean, median, standard deviation. Whereas if the data is qualitative, you have to use mode operation. Is it okay, Rama? Now, look at here. Here, all the data is numerical data. Simply, I'm using mean of the data. Is it okay? Can I go forward? What is the code to be filled? Here I have to write the code. I have calculated mean of the data. Okay. Here I have written mean of the data I'm filling. Either you can also go for median. Okay. Can you respond to me? Now. So with your permission, can I continue? This process is called as data imputation. Now, with your permission, can I go for another technique? The next technique is called as data encoding. Now, what is the meaning of data encoding? Most of the machine learning libraries, they does not support categorical data or qualitative data. So we need to convert the qualitative data into quantitative. For that, I will be taking three techniques. There are enormous techniques are there. First technique, I will be using pandas technique. Second one, I will be using scikit-learn library by using scikit-learn label encoder. And third one is called as one-hot encoding. What will be the output if we replace mean with median? You can do that, Amma, please. Either you can do with mean or median. Okay. Either you can use mean or median. Go back and we'll see. While discussing about the next topic, please don't raise the question, Sama, please. Now let me go back here. You can also go for median. It doesn't matter. Is it okay? Yes. Data has been filled with median. Yes. Please. Okay. Now, the next data preprocessing technique is called as data encoding. Most of the machine learning libraries does not support categorical data. Then we need to convert the qualitative data into quantitative data. This process is called as encoding. Now, I will discuss the same techniques with three different techniques. First one is pandas encoding. And second one is by using scikit-learn. Scikit-learn has a class called label encoder. Third one is one-hot encoding. Can I go forward one by one? Now, I will be showing some data here. Now, whenever you look at the data, you people are finding three features: ID feature, age feature, and work class feature. Now, work class feature is a categorical data, and remaining two are numerical features. Arshu, I have already repeated many number of times. Before leaving the class, I'll repeat the topic, please. While discussing the topic, don't write the same question. Arshu, please. Okay? Please, kindly respond to me. Before leaving the class, once again, I'll go back and discuss once again for you. Okay. Now, while discussing about categorical data, here work class is a categorical data. So we need to convert this data into numerical. Okay. Now, how to provide this data? Please. The first step is called as we'll be using pandas encoding. In pandas encoding, I will be taking work class as a key, and wherever private is there, I'm replacing with 1. Wherever state government is there, I'm replacing with 2. Wherever central government is there, I'm replacing with 3, and others will be replacing as 4. Is it okay for all of you? Now whenever we run this, my entire categorical data has been converted into numerical data. This process is called as encoding. I hope it is clear for all of you. Can you please respond to me? Now, once it is okay, then I will go for another technique called label encoder. Now, there is a library called as sklearn. Basically, sklearn is a library used for machine learning applications. Now, it has a class called label encoder. Now, label encoder is one of the most beautiful technique for conversion of the data from categorical data to numerical data. Now, if I want to work with the label encoder, first of all, I should import the library from sklearn.preprocessing import label encoder. Okay. The second step is called as we need to create an object of the label encoder class. Is it okay for all of you? Now, look at here. Now, once you take the data, then you should call a function called label encoder object dot it underscore transformation. It underscore transformation is a function which is used to convert this categorical data into numerical data. See here what will happen. Yeah, look at here. Now, earlier in the pandas version, we have converted manually. Here, this version we have done manually. So wherever there is a private, 1, wherever there is state government, 2, wherever central government it is 3, and others it has been represented as 4. But label encoder has been done automatically. Okay. Now, Now, we'll wait for 1 minute. Any questions regarding label encoder? Please kindly respond. Then, the third kind of technique is called as very simple technique. Now, I will be taking categorical data as a country. Now, how many various kinds of class labels are there? Russia, Germany, Australia, Korea. Okay, Russia, Germany, Australia, Korea. Now, by using get underscore dummies function, we will be converting this categorical data into numerical data. Look at here. Look at here. Now, how to understand this? Now, whenever you take the first row, Russia is the first parameter. And whenever you take the second row, it is Germany. Whenever you take the third row, it is Australia. Fourth row, it is Korea, and fifth row. So this categorical data has been converted into numerical data. This can be done by using one-hot encoding. Okay? Yeah. Somebody is asked to repeat it by using label encoder. See here, Amma. See here. Now, how to use label encoder to convert the categorical data into numerical data? So first of all, you should create an object of the class. Okay? This is the step one. Okay? And zeroth step is called as, first of all, you should import the label encoder from SQL library. Then you should create an object of the class. Is it okay for all of you? Then the next step is you should use a function called int underscore transformation. Int underscore transformation is a function which is using by label encoder object. Now, whatever the work class is there, that work class will be converted into numerical data. Is it okay, Nama? Dhanalakshmi, clear for all of you? Please kindly respond. Now, till now, we have completed two steps. The first step is called as data imputation. The second step is called as data encoding. Okay. I hope no questions for everyone. I hope no questions for everyone. Now, the next topic, what I'm discussing is called as outlier analysis. Now, 80% of the data, whatever you are getting from the internet, it is having outlier data. So, I will take a database and will show you how to analyze the outlier analysis. Look at here, please. I will be taking bytes of the data. I have taken this data set from Kaggle. Now, whenever you look at the data, you should observe the data for 2 minutes. Here, I will be having two columns, name column and height column. Now, whenever you look at the data, you can find 2 to 3 database. So, anyone who is living in the world, who is having the height 14.5, will you agree? By looking at the data, you can easily say. And anyone who is having 1.2 height, very rare. So, I will take this 12th row and 15th row, 12th row and 9th row as outlier analysis. But we identified it manually, but it has to be done through programmatically. So can I go forward, Amma, to find out outlier analysis? To find out outlier analysis, we are using a technique called, now, I will be using Z-score technique, Z-score. Now, what is the meaning of Z-score? First of all, let me discuss about it. So, the formula is xi minus mu divided by sigma. Okay, where mu is mean and sigma is the standard deviation. Where whenever you are taking normal curve like this is called as mu, and whatever the data it is, this is called as minus 3 sigma, and this point is called as plus 3 sigma. Okay. Anything less than minus 3 sigma, anything above plus 3 sigma are called as outliers. Okay, for all of you. So, first of all, what I'm doing, see here, data frame dot height dot mean. Then data frame dot height dot standard deviation. Okay, na? So, is it okay? See here, height plus standard deviation will give me upper limit. See here, my upper limit is 14 point, and my lower limit is equal to front height minus standard deviation is lower limit. Now, here I'm asking one question. See here. Now, whenever I am applying lower limit and upper limit, Imran 14.5 is called as outlier analysis. That means no person in the earth who is having 14.5 feet height. Clear for all of you? Please kindly respond. Now, I will call this row Imran 14.5 is called as outlier analysis. Is it okay for all of you? Now, this technique I have done with the Z-score technique. Now, once again, I'm taking. Now, I will be taking one more technique called quantile technique. I will be taking 95% of the quantile and above 95% and below 0.05 be considered as outlier analysis. Can you respond to me? Now, here my minimum value is 9.65 maximum value and the minimum value is, look at here. Okay. Now, above 9, above my higher limit is 9.68. Now, 14.5 is above 19 point. This is called as outlier. Now, I will also calculate minimum value. So, minimum value is 3.65. See? Now, I'm applying minimum value. So, 1.2 is also outlier analysis. Now, I will be giving this maximum threshold and minimum threshold for a given database. See here. Now I have removed 2 rows. Can you please respond to me? Look at here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. This 9th row is not available, as well as 12th row is not available. 9th row has been removed and 12th row has been removed from the outlier analysis. Please kindly respond to me. Please kindly respond to me. Any questions? I will be happy if you ask me any questions. Yeah, I will repeat it once again. Okay. Now there are some techniques in statistics such as quantile technique. So out of 14 rows, whatever I have, I will be calculating 95% of more than 95% quantile. I will be called as outlier, and less than 0.5 quantile I will be taking outliers. So can you please repeat, explain the concept slowly? Yes, I will do. Okay, Nama? Okay. I will go very slowly. Now, for that, I will take percentile technique, Amma. Please look at here. I will take percentile technique. I will go very slow. See here. So first of all, I have taken the database. Everyone look at here. I have taken the database. My database consisting of 14 rows and 2 columns. Everyone agree? Okay, Saujanya. Now, I will be calculating, see here. In statistics, I will be calculating 25th percentile. 25th percentile is called as Q1. Okay. And I will be also calculating 75th percentile. 75th percentile is called as Q3. Okay, for all of you. Now, in order to do outlier analysis, I will be taking percentile technique. In taking percentile technique, so first of all, I have calculated Q1 and Q3. So 5.25 is Q1 and 6.75 is Q3. Is it okay for all of you? Now, we need to calculate a technique called IQR. In statistics, let us look at the box plot. See here. This is called as box plot in statistics. So this is called as Q1 and this is called as Q3 and also called as first quartile. This is also called as third quartile. This is called as maximum value and this is called as minimum value. And the line is called as median. And this is also called as 50th percentile. This is 75th percentile. This is 25th percentile. Now, Q3 minus Q1. This area is called as IQR. IQR stands for interquartile range. Okay. Now, after calculating Q3 plus 1.5 IQR will give me maximum value. Q1 minus 1.5 IQR will give me minimum value. See here, I will be calculating them. Please kindly respond to me. Here. See here. Now, in order to get a lower limit, I am calculating Q1 minus 1.5 IQR will give me lower limit. Now, Q3 plus 1.5 IQR will give me upper limit. So, lower limit is 3.86, upper limit is 7.85. So, if any data less than 3 and greater than 7.5 are called as outliers. I hope, are you getting me, Andy? Can you respond to me, Shaujanya? Now, see here, from the given data frame, I'm setting these 2 limits. So, record number 9, who is having 14.5 height, record number 12, who is having 1.2 height, are called as outliers. So, after removing outlier, this is my final data. Okay, for all of you? Please kindly respond. Each and everything, I'm taking a realistic case studies. Okay, Shaujanya, can you respond to me? Is it okay? Now we have discussed about 3 techniques. Now, next one. I will be discussing about fourth pre-processing technique is called as normalization. Okay. Now, in machine learning, various kinds of normalization techniques are there. The first technique is called as min-max normalization. Okay. In min-max normalization, basically it will take minimum value 0, maximum value is 1. The second technique is called as Z-score normalization. In Z-score normalization, minimum value is 0, which is called as mu, and 3 is called as standard deviation. Okay. Third one is called as log transformation. Is it okay for all of you? Can I go for one by one? Can I go for one by one? Now look at here. Now, first of all, I have taken an array and I'm calculating Z-score. See here what is happening? Z-score. Now, Z-score will convert any data between -1 to +1. Then, now I will be applying same Z-score function on the matrix. See here, my entire data will be converted between -1 to +1. This process is called as normalization. Clear for all of you? Clear for all of you. Now, there are various kinds of normalization techniques. First technique is called as min-max. Second technique is called as Z-score. Third technique is called as log scaling. So, shall I discuss one by one, Amma? Now, whenever you wanted to calculate min-max scaling, the formula is equal to x minus min by max minus min. Okay, x minus min by max minus min. Now, let us take a small numerical example. See here. Now, I have taken this numerical data 14, 9, 24, 39, and 60. See here, minimum value is 9 and maximum value is 60. Okay. Now, where the formula x minus min divided by max minus min. So see here, my entire data will be between 0.0 to 1.0. This is called as min-max normalization. Clear for all of you? And the second technique is called as a Z-score technique. Just now we have discussed about it. See here, now I will be taking a data. See here, I will be taking a data and sir, repeat, explain slowly. Yes, I'll go very slowly. See here. Whenever you use min-max scalar, what will happen? It is minimum value will be 0 and maximum value will be 1. See here, in order to implement min-max scalar in scalar, there is a library called from scalar.preprocessing and there is a class called min-max scalar. Okay, for all of you. Now, first of all, I'm importing the library and I'm creating an object of the class. Okay, for all of you, Amma. In order to use min-max scalar, I will be taking the help of scikit-learn library and I'm creating an object of the class. And you can go for either fit function, transform function, or you can combine function, fit underscore transform. Now, whenever you use fit underscore transform, my data will be converted to zeros and ones. Can you respond to me? The min-max data will transform the data between 0 to 1. Is it okay, Nama? Please kindly respond. Then, shall I go for next technique? The formula for min-max is this one. See here. The formula for min-max is x minus min by max minus min. Okay, Nama? X is xi minus minimum value. Minimum value is 9 divided by max value 60, minimum value 60. Is it okay for all of you? I have explained, Amma. There is. I've already explained it. Please. Okay. Now, let us go for implementation. Now, another technique is called as Z-score technique. Z-score technique can be implemented in scikit-learn by using a function called standard scalar. Now, let us create an object of the class and go for fit underscore transformation. See here, my entire data will be converted to -1 to +1. Okay, for all of you, Amma? Every transformation, they have some minimum values and maximum values. Okay, for all of you? Then, for technique, I will be calling function transformer, where I will be using log transformation. See here, my input will be converted into values. Okay, for all of you, Amma? Now, whatever the three techniques we have applied, now I want to apply in realistic exercise. Can you go forward? Look at here. Now, in order to apply the technique, I have taken a beautiful data set where loan prediction data set I have taken. See here, Amma. In order to apply this normalization, I have taken a realistic data set which consisting of these features. Can you please look at here? Where, first of all, loan ID, gender, married, dependents, education, self-employed, applicant income, co-applicant income, dimensionality reduction, and loan amount term, credit history, and property area. All these features are input features. Okay. And loan status is a target variable. Now, the loan status will be approved by the manager based on this input data. So with your permission, I will apply this normalization technique on this loan prediction data set. Can I go forward, Amma? Please. Now, let me read the data. Now I will show you the basic purpose and personality. See here. Now, I will be applying this technique. See here what will happen. Before normalization, my result is 61.45. Now, after normalization, see here, I am applying min-max scalar. After applying min-max scalar, performance of the algorithm has been 75%. So I can come to one conclusion that normalization, if you do normalization, that is directly proportional to performance of the algorithm. Performance of algorithm. Is it okay for all of you, ma? So, out of all the pre-processing steps, normalization is also very, very important. If you do normalization, the performance of algorithms is increasing. If you don't do the normalization, the performance will get dropped. I hope it is clear for all of you, ma. Please kindly respond. Please kindly respond to me. Till now, whatever the techniques we use here, the first one is called as imputation. The second technique is called as encoding. The third technique is called as Outlier analysis. Fourth technique we have completed is called as normalization. Is it okay for all of you? Now, if you find any difficulty in any one of the topic, please ask me. I will be happy to respond to you. I hope these 4 topics are okay. And now, in the next topic, I will be discussing about dimensionality reduction. Okay, this is very, very important topic. Dimensionality reduction. Okay. Now, in order to discuss about dimensionality reduction, on the x-axis, I will be taking number of features. And in the y-axis, we have taken performance of algorithm. Is it okay for all of you? On the x-axis, I'm taking the number of features. When the number of features are increasing, the performance will be increased up to such an extent. After still, if you are increasing the number of features, the performance will get degrade. Okay. Are you getting me, Andy? Which is one of the very, very important diagram. Now, let me discuss more about this diagram. Okay. As the number of features are increasing, the model becomes complex, more complex. Once again, I'm repeating. As the number of features are increasing, the model becomes too complex. Okay. It leads to overfitting. Now, let me discuss about overfitting for 2 minutes. Okay. Now, whenever we're creating a machine learning model, on the training data, it is going to give good results. Okay. But on the test data, it is going to give poor results. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating. As the number of features are increasing, the model will become overfit. What is the meaning of overfitting? When we train the model, on the training data, my algorithm is giving good results. But on the test data are also called as unknown data. It is giving poor results. This mechanism is called as overfitting. Okay. Now, we need to overcome this problem. For that, we should apply some sort of technology such as PCA. First one is principal component analysis. Next one is SVD, singular value decomposition. And third one is LDA, linear discrimination analysis. These 3 techniques comes under dimensionality reduction. So with your permission, can I go for one by one? Please kindly respond. Can I go continue one by one? Now. Yeah. Now, first of all, I have taken a mathematical example. So I will be taking a matrix with a 3 by 2 size. See here, the size of the matrix A is 3 by 2. 3 means 3 rows and 2 means 2 columns. Is it okay for all of you? First of all, I will be taking the mathematics. Then I will apply this on realistic case study. Is it okay, Nama? The given matrix size is 3 by 2. That means 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay for all of you? Now, then I call this matrix as A. And second one, I will be calculating mean of the matrix. So 5 plus 3 plus 1. So that will be 9 by 3. That is 3.0. And 6 plus 4 plus 2. That is 4.0. That is called as M. Is it okay, Nama? The given matrix is A. And I have calculated mean of a given matrix. Okay. That I called as M. Third one, I am calculating the center of the matrix. Center of the matrix C equal to A minus M. Is it okay? The center of the matrix is C equal to A minus M. First of all, I'm teaching the mathematics of PCA. Okay. Now, let me look at here, please. The given matrix is A and 3, 4 is a center and this is 3, 4 is a medium and this is center. C equal to A minus M. Then I will be calculating covariance of the matrix V. Once we calculate covariance of a given matrix, then we need to calculate eigenvectors. See the outcome? My input is 3 by 2 matrix and output is 3 by 1. Did we reduce the one column? This process is called as PCA, stands for Principal Component Analysis. So with your permission, shall I apply this technique on realistic case study? Please kindly respond to me. Please kindly respond. Now, I will be taking a data set called iris data set. Please look at here. I will be taking the iris data set. Iris is a flower data set where we have 4 input features. Sepal length is one input feature. Sepal width, another input feature. Petal length is another input feature. Petal width is another input feature. These 4 are called as input features. And target variable is Y. There are 3 different kinds of flowers. Cytosac flower, Virginica flower, and versicolor. There are 3 different kinds of flowers. Is it okay for all of you, Amma? Now, initially I have taken 4 input features. Now I will try to reduce the number of features. Please look at here. Now, I need to divide the data into X and Y. Please kindly respond to me. Now, whenever you wanted to do for dimensionality reduction, you are going to take only the input feature. There are 4 input features: X1, X2, X3 and X4. Target variable cannot be removed. Is it okay for all of you? Now, it has been taken into X. It has been taken into X. Can you please respond, Amma? Now, in order to do data dimensional reduction technique, what we are doing is, first of all, we are doing standard scalar. Standard scalar will transform the given data into zeros and ones. Can you please respond to me? Now, I have converted the data into standard scalar. Kindly respond to me. Once you convert the data into standard scalar, I will be applying PCA. Now, if I want to use PCA, first of all, you should import from scalar decomposition, import PCA. Okay. Now, I'm creating an object of PCA class with a number of components as 3. What is the meaning of number of components as 3? My inputs are 4. X1, X2, X3, and X4. Yes, notes will be provided, please. Okay. Now, I will be calling a function called fit underscore transformation of the input data. See here what will happen. Now, whenever we run this data, my 4 components has been converted into 3 components. That means what happened? One column has been reduced. See here. But, which column we have reduced, no one knows about it. It's purely mathematics. Now, first column name, I'm calling it as PC1. Second column name, I'm calling it as PC2. Third column name, I'm calling it as PC3. Look at here. Look at here, please. Here, PC1, PC2, PC3. Now, you people will ask one question. Sir, if we reduce the data from 4 columns to 3 columns, are we losing some data? See here? No. In order to tell you, I will be discussing about a beautiful technique called explained underscore variance underscore ratio. See here what is happening? Now, see here. Now, what is the meaning of explained underscore variance underscore ratio? See here. It is used to determine the number of principal components sufficient for finding the information in the original data set. See here. Now, if you add all of them, you are going to get 97.3. Whenever I'm converting 4 input features into 3 input features, so I'm preserving 97.3% of the data. Is it okay for all of you, ma? Now, I will be drawing a bar graph. Look at here. See here. My first component is principal component 1 carries 92% of the data. Second component is carrying 23% of the data, and third component is carrying 0.3% of the data. Is it okay for all of you? Please kindly respond to me. Now, even though we are reducing the number of features from 4 to 3, still we are preserving 99% of the data. I hope it is okay for all of you, ma. Now, I will show you the cumulative function also. See here. Now, I will show you the cumulative function. See here. So, my 3 columns, my 3 attributes, he is giving 97.3% of the data. Okay, for all of you. This process is called as a dimensionality reduction. Kindly respond, Andy. Please kindly respond. Now, we'll go to PPT for a few minutes and discuss about the techniques once again. Then finally, I'll go for feature selection techniques with a small case studies. Can you please respond to me? Yeah. Now we have completed these techniques. One is imputation technique. Next one is encoding technique. Next one is outlier analysis. Next one is data transformation, and next one is dimensionality reduction. So with your permission, shall I go for another very, very important technique called feature selection? Please kindly respond to me. Everyone is okay? Now, I will wait for a few minutes. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will be happy to respond. Please kindly respond. Any questions, Amma? Any questions? Now, if you don't have any questions, shall I go for this technique, feature selection? Yes. Yeah. Actually speaking, here I'm not discussing data integration. Except data integration, I have covered everything. Okay, Naman? Still, let me go for feature engineering. Okay, and feature selection. Now, what is the purpose of feature selection? Please, everyone be clear about it. Feature selection. In real-time situations, we will be having thousands of features like X1, X2, and so on, X thousands. Okay, sometimes when Power BI, is it a correct question? See, now whenever we have huge number of features, most of the features in this are mostly you will have redundant features. Sometimes you may also find relevant features. So what we have to do, we need to identify the important features, and using those important features, we should go for model building. So with your permission, next few minutes, if you permit me, I will start a beautiful technique called feature selection. Can I go forward? Please kindly respond to me. This is one of the most important technique in machine learning application. Please. Yeah, kindly respond to me. Now, first of all, in order to do feature selection technique, we will be calling a function called select k-best. Kindly respond to me here. From scalar dot feature underscore selection, I will be calling a function called select k-best. Okay. Now, select k-best is a function. The first argument it is taking is called as chi-square. Now, let me discuss about 2 minutes about what is chi-square. Okay. And correlation. 2 minutes. Most of the people in your second year, first semester, you have subject called P&S, where you studied about them. The basic purpose of correlation is when you have taken 2 features, X1 and X2. When these 2 features are numerical or quantitative, if you want to find out the relationship between the 2 features, we will be using a technique called correlation. Okay. Whenever I want to find out the relationship between these 2 numerical features, we'll use a technique called correlation. Correlation always discusses about -1, 0, and +1. -1 means negative correlation, 0 means no correlation, and +1 means positive correlation. This is about correlation technique. Now, what is the meaning of chi-square? When we have x1 and x2 features, when these two features are categorical or qualitative, then we will apply technique called chi-square analysis. Kindly respond to me. Is it okay? Now, here, in order to find out the relationship between more number of features, we will be calling a function called select k best, and the first argument I'm sending is called as chi-square analysis. Now, we will be sending, because iris dataset consisting of 4 features. Now, I'm asking my machine to put only 3 features. Now, look at here. Now, select k best is taking 3 best features among 4. Kindly respond, Amma. Please kindly respond to me. With your permission, can I take a large case study? Please kindly respond to me. Now, I will be taking a beautiful case study. See here. Yeah. Now, I will be taking a data set called as diabetes data set. Can you please look at the database? Please look at here. My underscore data. Okay. Data. Now, in my database, I will be having 9 features. First feature is pregnancies, glucose levels, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin levels, body mass index, diabetic pedigree function, and age. All these features are called as input features. Now, outcome is called as target variable. Now, 1 means the patient is diabetes, yes. 0 means the patient is diabetes, no. Is it okay for all of you? Now, I will be taking these 9 features and I will apply feature selection techniques. With your permission, can I go? Kindly respond to me. Now, look at here. Now, first of all, directly I'll go for feature selection technique. Yeah. Now, first of all, we have done normalization. See here, everyone, please kindly respond to me. Now, I will be taking a technique called select k best. And my first argument is called as chi-square. And I'm asking my machine to give me 4 best features. Okay. Now, first of all, I will be calling a fit function, and I will be calling another function called transform function. So, a combination of, you can also call function called as fit underscore transformation. See here what is happening. See here, my machine is giving each and every feature and its importance. Please kindly respond to me. Now, this is feature 0. This is feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4, feature 5, feature 6, feature 7. Totally, we have 8 input features. Kindly respond to me, Amma. Please. Now, see here. For your understanding purpose, I have given some analysis. Now, before we ran the program, first feature is 106. Second feature importance is 1000. Now, highest feature is 2480. That means it is having highest importance. And second highest is glucose levels. Third highest is age. Fourth highest is pregnancies. So, what are the best features according to the data set? See here, glucose levels, insulin, BMI, and age. Is it okay for all of you? Now, in order to identify the best features, simply we are calling a function called select k best. Okay, and the first argument we passed as chi-square analysis, and second argument I passed as k equal to 4. K equal to 4 means out of 8 features, I'm asking my machine to give me 4 best features. Is it okay for all of you, Amma? Now, in the second technique, I will be using another class called extra tree classifier. Okay. Now, create an object of the class and fit function. See here what is happening. Now, I will be getting feature importances. See here what is happening. Please understand this. Every algorithm, it will give you a different kind of feature techniques. See here. Now, according to extra tree classifier, best feature is called as BMI 0.14. Then yes, then diabetic pedigree function. Then glucose levels is highest value 0.24. Then BMI and age. Okay for all of you? Please kindly respond to me. Now, if you want me select best 4 features, glucose because it is having highest value, age which is having 0.14 and BMI. Is it okay for all of you, ma? Now, using various kinds of classification algorithms, we are going to find out the best features for model building. Can you respond to me? Now, I will be using another technique. Look at here. By using decision tree classifier, I wanted to identify the best features. See here, Emma. Please, let me take. It is giving some error. Yes, look at here. Now, first of all, I will be creating an object of decision tree classifier. Then I will be calling fit function. See here what is happening. Now, my machine is giving the best features. For that, I'm calling an attribute called feature underscore importances. Now, these are called as feature importances. What is the difference between the three features? Now, Dhanlakshmi, you cannot ask it as a best features. Now, let us go up. See here. See here. What are the features which are having highest importance? See here. What are the features that are having highest value? That is the importance for model building. See here, Rama. 0.23 is a glucose and 0.14 is a BMI and 0.14 is a ACE. So these are having highest values. So I will be taking these three for model building. Dhanlakshmi, is it okay for all of you? Dhanlakshmi, can you respond, Rama? Yeah. Now, I will be using decision tree classifier and these are the best feature values. Then I will be calling one simple function, plot underscore feature underscore importances. See here, I will be drawing a bar graph. See here. Now, according to the bar graph, just observe this and tell me what are the best features. Can you please respond? Now, if you by looking at this, we can easily say that highest importance feature is glucose. See here, glucose is the highest importance feature. Then BMI, then diabetic pedigree function. Is it okay for all of you, ma? Please kindly respond to me. Like this, I will take various kinds of algorithms, and every algorithm is giving various kinds of features. Now, by taking random forest classifier, see here what kind of features it is giving. See here. Now, it will give me every feature and their importances. Okay. Now, this is what is called as a data pre-processing techniques. For all of you, please kindly respond to me, Amma. Except data integration, I have taken each and every technique. Now, I will wait for here for 5 minutes. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will be happy to respond to you. What basis we see the features? Yes. Now, using various kinds of algorithms, we are finding best features. Using these best features, we will be going to build a machine learning model building or deep learning model building. Okay, Nama? Okay, Amulya? Amulya, can you please respond to me? Yes. Now, I have discussed about various kinds of data pre-processing techniques. Now, if you have any questions, please ask me. I will be happy to respond to you. This is the today's topic. Now, I will wait here for a few minutes. Except integration, I have discussed everything. Now, if you have any questions on any topic, please ask me. I will be happy to respond to you. Okay? Kindly respond, Amma. Yes. Now, yes, somebody is asking about true or false. Yes, very good. Now, whenever you are finding out blank values, we are calling a function called df dot is null dot sum. Okay. What is the meaning of is null dot sum? When you have any cell is blank, please look at here. When any blank cell is there, that is referred as true. Now, when there is no blank cells are there, that is referred as false. Okay for you, Amma? Amulya. Yeah, here 0 referred as false and 1 referred as true. Okay, for all of you. In Python, the data type called as Boolean. where 0 refers to false and 1 refers to true. Okay, for all you? Yeah. Yeah. Any more questions from anyone? Any more questions from anyone? Please kindly respond to me. Yeah. We are changing. Yes, yes. Continue. We are changing categorical data to numerical data because no machine learning algorithm and no new deep learning algorithm or no NLP algorithm, they deal with categorical data. Which is the reason we are converting the data from categorical data to numerical data by using the technique called encoding. Okay. Sai, clear for you, Ma? Yes. Yeah. Any more questions? No. Yes. Who will be referred as one? False will be referred as 0. That can be considered numerical data. Amulya. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Now, whatever the project you have to do, from tomorrow onwards, I will be starting regression analysis, where we'll discuss real-time case studies. So, what are the projects you are going to do? The first and foremost technique you should do is called as data pre-processing techniques. Okay. It is a large topic. I have combined everything in a single line. Outliers are used for both categorical as well as yes. Mostly outliers can be used for numerical data, please. Sandeep, outliers can be used mostly for numerical data. Okay. How can you identify categorical data? Okay. Outlier analysis can be used only for numerical data. It cannot be applied for categorical data. Okay for you? Yes. Any more questions? Yeah. I hope the questions are completed. Now, with your permission, if you don't have any questions, shall we stop the session right now? Tomorrow, we will start with a new topic called regression analysis. So with your permission, can I stop it? Yeah. Thanks to one and all for joining.